go. We're going to have a number of short problems, but they each cover a specific set of mathematics. So I've got the problem, you all have the handouts, and we're just going to start hitting it up. And it starts basic, and it gets more advanced as we go. Okay, so problem 1. Let's just sort of take it up. All right, so problem 1. What is the length of a line segment with a slope of 4/3 measured from the y-axis to a point 6, 4? Okay, so I know this might seem pretty convoluted, but it's really not, because you're provided some information that's pretty straightforward. To start off, you're provided with a slope of 4/3, right, and a point, right? Y'all remember point-slope formula? Remember this? So let's just sort of get into it. So let's start off with point-slope formula. So point-slope formula. Okay, so we have a slope of 4/3, and we have a point of 6, 4, right? So what do we have? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, right? So that is y minus 4 equals 4/3, bless you, times x minus 6. So y minus 4 equals 4/3 x minus, and what's 4/3 times 6? What's that? 8. There we go. So add that over, and I get y equals 4/3 x, get ahead of myself, minus 4. So far, so good? So this is the equation of that line. Everybody okay with that? Now, let's take a look at the graph of that line. What would the graph of that line look like? Well, it would look something about like this. Here's the x-axis. Here's the y-axis. We would start off at, what is that, a y-intercept, maybe something about right here, right, where that is 0 minus 4, and the line would in turn look something about like that, right, where the slope of that line is, oh, I did that backwards. I can't use the undo there. Let me just erase. Rise over run. Oops. So far, so good? Now, everybody okay with this? Okay. If you're okay with this, then let's read the question again. What is the length of a line segment with a slope of 4/3 measured from the y-axis to this point? Okay? So when we're talking about the length of a line segment, I mean, how do you calculate the length of a line? It's really just the Pythagorean theorem. Because if I have point A and point B, it's the distance formula. It's the square root of the sum of x, change in x squared plus change in y squared. So I need 2 points. Well, I propose to you that my 2 points are, I'll do it in green or something. My 2 points are 6, 4 and 0, minus 4, right? That really what I'm after is the distance from this point to, maybe it's a point somewhere over here. Maybe that's 6, 4. Does that make sense? Pretty straightforward. And how do you calculate the distance? You'd say, I might move down here a little bit. The distance is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Not too bad, right? So, remember, you can do this in any order you would like. Just be consistent. So if I say x2 minus x1, I could just look at it vertically, and I can say, how about 6 minus 0, and then 4 minus negative 4, right? Just keep track of your signs. So we've got 6 minus 0 squared plus 4 minus 4 squared. So that's the square root of 6 squared plus, what is that, 8 squared? So that is the square root of 36 plus 64, which is the square root of 100.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. Click below and subscribe.